Auburn Blitz is now on the air, your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle,
hello again, everyone, and good Monday afternoon. Welcome into this, another edition of the Auburn Blitz. I'm Andy Graham alongside David Jones. We'll be with you for the next hour, taking your comments, taking your phone calls, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics. In the words of Marv Albert, it has come down to this. Game 3, Auburn and Oregon State will be tonight. Thank goodness, 6:30 and not of course, now, I mean, it's going to be, bright. Hopefully, the weather will be nice. It's been nice. We thought it was going to be raining. We're going to have to dodge raindrops and everything. But weather's been lovely out in Oregon, to be quite honest with you, and in Corvallis. But it will be, a bright sunshine day out there in Oregon. At least, I don't know. Clouds may roll in. You never can tell out there. But it'll be something a little bit different, being at 4:30 in the afternoon out on the West Coast instead of 9 o'clock at night here in Alabama. But nonetheless, Auburn had a chance to get it done last night. They fall to the Beavers 4-3. It was a really, really good performance by the Oregon State ace.
Jerpy.
Okay, easy for you to say.
The J's not silent.
No, it's not. So, but now, even that, with that being said, he was really good, but Auburn was able to, stay right there in the ball game. Joseph Gonzalez gives up a couple of home runs. Auburn makes a couple of uncharacteristic errors that cost them, Joseph Gonzalez an unearned run. That was the difference in the game. It turned out Oregon State wins it 4-3, but we'll kind of look back and talk about that first game that Auburn comes out of the gate and gets just a disastrous beginning as Auburn, I think Trace Bright throws maybe 47 pitches and doesn't even get but 2 outs, I think. So he'll only be able to get 2/3 of an inning. Doesn't even get out of the first, but yet the bullpen comes in and is really brilliant for the rest of the game, and the bats continued to stay hot. Sonny DeShera, of course, the home run. But we'll talk about that a little bit. Love to get your thoughts on this. Auburn and Oregon State tonight for a trip to the World Series. Only 2 spots left. That would be the winner of the Auburn-Oregon State game and the winner of the Game 3 between UConn and Stanford tonight out in California. So it's going to be a heavily flavored SEC World Series either way, but if Auburn were to get in, half the field would be SEC because Arkansas, Texas A&M, and Ole Miss already have punched their tickets to Omaha. And who would have thought for Ole Miss, man, they have just come out of the blue here late and have gotten hot and are playing extremely well. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the World Series. We'll look around, bounce around there, some interesting little things. Auburn, had a pretty big recruiting weekend. There's some talk a little bit about the quarterbacks in the SEC, and we'll talk about it if we have some time, and love to get your thoughts on all these kind of things. But David, good to see you today. How was your weekend? It was a late night on Saturday and Sunday. Did you make it to all 9 innings?
I played in West Point, Georgia, Andy, on Saturday night, which I'd never been to West Point, Georgia.
Okay.
Right over the state line, but it's a 55-minute drive, so I actually missed the first inning of the Auburn game Saturday night before I got home. It's a tough schedule for the working class. I've stayed up for every pitch. Thank goodness tonight we don't have to wait that long for folks who have to work. Thoughts, Andy, that just jump out? You mentioned Gonzalez. I wish he'd eaten that ball last night. or maybe even faked to throw to first and maybe baited the guy off third. Two incredible defensive plays from Bello and Howell.
Yep.
That probably saved some more damage. Jerpy's the real deal. For those of you that don't understand what makes him so special, it's his arm slot. It's the fact that he hides the baseball so well before it comes out of his hand. And the first 3 innings of the game last night, he was literally throwing from the sun into the shade where the batter is, and that makes it even more difficult.
And you go from upper 90s fastball to a changeup that just devastating.
Yes. There's a reason that the mock draft has him going 20th to the Atlanta Braves, and Braves fans would be thrilled if Jerpy became a Brave. He's the real deal. Golden Spikes, of course, we heard that 15 times last night from the announcers. Did y'all know that Jerpy's a Golden Spikes candidate? Here's the other thing, Andy, that's frustrating for me. Some other people may weigh in on this. You have graduation at Oregon State, which graduation in June. You have the NCAA Outdoor Track and Field Championships that I think might have been in Portland, which is nearby. Auburn is staying 90 minutes from the stadium. It's a 90-minute bus ride in and out. On top of that, of course, Butch, being classic Butch Thompson, he said we're not going to make an excuse for that. It is what it is. But how incredible that we have to take a 90-minute bus ride from the hotel to get to the stadium to play our super regional game. It's just unfortunate that so much was going on. Jason talked about that. Jason Caldwell said, I couldn't get out there. I'd have been staying half a world away from the hotel. It was just crazy.
Yeah.
Rental car prices and all
I'd say in South Dakota.
But that being said, what a phenomenal way to end, however it ends up tonight. Now, obviously, we hope Auburn wins. I have a hotel room already reserved in Carter Falls, Iowa, which is 1.5 miles from the stadium in Omaha.
Wow.
My wife and I and grandson Carter, and maybe my son DJ, we'll see. We'll all be going to Omaha. I knock on wood here. But regardless of what happens tonight, picked to finish near the bottom of the SEC West, sitting here in the Super Regional against a storied program in Oregon State. What a phenomenal season it has been for the Auburn Tigers, and hopefully will continue to be after tonight with icing on the cake with a trip to Omaha. So.
Mason Barnett undoubtedly will get the start tonight. I don't know. I don't know if it's been announced yet.
I think that would be a no-brainer.
But I mean, yeah, that kind of goes without saying.
I'd like to know who they're
healthy.
starting. Yeah.
Don't know who it's going to be for Oregon State.
Well, Andy, they threw their number 2 on Saturday, and that was definitely their number 1 last night.
Yes.
So they're starting a number 3 pitcher tonight, and Mason Barnett's been our not technically number 1, but first day weekend starter. And let's talk about Trace for a minute. Let's just get it out of the way. I mean, unfortunate. You and I both know, you said this off the air, in Division I college baseball, you can't live in the middle of the plate unless your breaking ball is just on and just dying. And Trace likes to live on the edge, and that umpire was not giving the edge Saturday night
to
either pitcher.
No.
It worked out in our favor as well. We got some good pitches to hit. God, I just hated it for Trace. It was just one of those nights he just couldn't get it on the outside or inside part of the plate close enough for that umpire to call it a strike.
Well, when he tried to nibble, and that, I mean, he's got a mid-90s fastball, and he's usually got good stuff. He had 10 strikeouts the last time that he pitched, but again, the strike zone was so small that we got frustrated missing just off what the umpire thought was just off the plate. And when he had to come back basically right down the middle, and they were just teeing off on it. And, there was no choice. But John Armstrong, again, he's been really good all year, true freshman.
Yeah.
Chase Alsop, who's been really good all year, true freshman. Isbell, the transfer, he was really good last night. I mean, Tommy Sheehan, we didn't mention him. He was one of the heroes. He and Carson Skipper in game 1. Basically the reason Auburn won that game.
Yeah.
Well, that and scoring 7 runs, that always helps.
Yeah.
But that's to me, I have a lot of confidence in Mason Barnett. I think he'll come out and I think he'll pitch well. But Auburn better bring their hitting shoes tonight.
Yeah.
You don't want to. Yeah, you don't want to try to win a 2-1 game.
No.
Auburn needs to. And Blake Rambush, he's been struggling.
Yep.
We need him to come up big tonight.
Sonny struck out twice last night.
I think, what are they, 1 for 16?
Yeah, something
like that. I mean, in one now, but one was a 2-run homer, which is great.
Yeah.
But we need some more out of those guys.
Last night in the 8th, Andy, when we came up in the 8th, we had who bats after Rambush? I'm having a blank.
Cole Foster.
We had Foster, Sonny D, and Bobby Pierce coming up in the 8th. I said, all right, we're good.
Yeah.
And Cole Foster and Sonny D strike out back-to-back. It was
a couple of loud outs in the ninth last night, but just not to be.
Well, that
Brody
rocket,
Moore gave it a ride.
He did, and that shot down first base that
Brooks
Carlson hit. Great play by their first baseman. That would have been a double. Yeah.
So I mean, you give credit to where it's due. They're the number 3 seed for a reason.
That's exactly right.
But Auburn just needs to take care of their business, and again, they need to put their hitting shoes on today. Yep. And Mason Barnett.
Yep.
Turn it loose, son. And all hands on deck, right? Got to take our first break here, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Hillaby Towers is an affordable senior citizens community located in Alexander City on Highway 22 East. Spacious one-bedrooms are available now. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed, and utilities are included. Call today to find out more information on Alexander City's best-kept secret, 256-329-0552. That's Hillaby Towers in Alexander City.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Finding a job might be tough, but starting your new career has never been easier. Wellborn Cabinet in Ashland has a wide array of career opportunities with benefits. General labor production, skilled cabinet builders, product assembly line, shipping, over-the-road truck drivers, clerical, marketing, security, daycare, office clerks, and so much more. Apply in person, 38669 Highway 77 South in Ashland, or online at wellborn.com. Building cabinets, building careers, and building our community.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau tri-tunes, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
A&M Plumbing, A&M Plumbing, service at its best when you need it most.
From the smallest drippy faucet to drain cleaning to water heater replacement to gas lines to total systems replacement, A&M Plumbing handles it all. Visit amplumbing.net today for the experienced, licensed, and insured pros at A&M Plumbing.
A&M Plumbing, A&M Plumbing, service at its best when you need it most.
The city famous for its music is quiet now, but it's about to be overwhelmed by the symphony of speed. Nashville Superspeedway will be rocking from the pit to the grandstand. June 24th through 26th, the Ally 400 NASCAR Cup Series race weekend brings a mix of incredible racing and live entertainment. Tickets are going fast, so visit NashvilleSuperspeedway.com today and join the full throttle fun.
It's been 30 years. 30 years of growth. 30 years of dedication. 30 years of service and value to our great customers. 30 years of automotive technology and innovation. We are proud to celebrate our anniversary at Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC in Opelika, making you smile for 30 years.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. About 45 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. We're brought to you each and every day by Mortgage Pro, the Eric McKinley team. They are saving people thousands of dollars each and every year on their home mortgage. Give them a call today, 256-397-0248. That's 256-397-0248. 0248. I think interest rates are about to go up because things are getting volatile here in the U.S. economy. So if you're in the market to refinance, you better get on it pretty quick. And Mortgage Pro, the Eric McKinley team, is the people you need to get in touch with. All right, David, the NCAA Super Regionals, basically, like I said, only 2 outstanding slots left available in the College World Series. The winner of Auburn, Oregon State tonight at 6:30, and today at 3 you'll have Stanford and UConn out in Stanford. The Cardinal versus the Husky. So there are only 2 spots, but number 1 seed Tennessee not going to be there.
Hate it.
I know there was heartbreak across the college baseball landscape when Notre Dame rose up and punched Tennessee in the face.
Classless versus the Catholics. Well, you don't bet against God.
No.
Well, you know, Andy, there's the old, some people say it's a myth. My son swears by it because he played, you know, the baseball gods will humble you, is what they say. Mm-hmm. Guess what? That's what happened. I'm just, you know, you can't act like that. And the funny thing was I was listening to a Baseball America expert on Sirius XM today, and he said the crazy thing was that Notre Dame beat Tennessee at their own game. Great pitching and the long ball.
Really?
Yeah. And everybody expected Tennessee, you know, and Peaches, a.k.a. Justin Clayton, said I jinxed us by going ahead and reserving a hotel room in Omaha. I wonder how many Big Orange fans are canceling reservations this morning.
That's a good question. I don't know.
It just, you know, hey, hats off to Notre Dame. They got a quality to go into that environment and do what they did. And we can't, Andy, we can't have 2 Pac-12 teams win today. I don't think UConn's got a chance against Stanford in a game 3. And we're going to take care of business tonight. And the crazy thing is that would be 4 SEC West teams in the College World Series out of the 8 in the field. How about Ole Miss? They went from number 1 in the country to dead in the water.
Yep.
And then have gotten hot here at the end. And unfortunately, guess who the winner of our game tonight will play first in Omaha? It will be the Ole Miss Rebels.
This is true. One of the, I guess, maybe the hottest team.
Yeah.
Maybe in the country.
Yeah.
And as you mentioned, Oklahoma and Texas, 2 future SEC teams, also in the field.
So it could be 6 out of the 8. That's insane. It's really
That would be that just it kind of blows the mind. But
So-
nonetheless, Arkansas takes care of North Carolina in 2 games. Texas A&M takes care of Louisville in 2 games. Ole Miss takes care of Southern Miss on the road there in Hattiesburg in 2 games. Takes 3 for Oklahoma to get past the number. I think, what is Virginia Tech? They were the number 3?
14.
4 seed, something like that. That or they were
Oh, no,
number
we're
4
14.
seed, I think.
Yeah, 4 or 5, something like that.
So, yeah, I mean, Texas takes care of East Carolina.
You got to
in a
feel
game 3
sorry for
scenario.
East Carolina. Did you see that environment at that place? That place, that little city had gone nuts. And for them to come out and spank Texas in that first game, heartbroken in the second one.
Yeah, and then but then you know in the last one you got about a 6-hour delay.
Stayed top of the first for about 6 hours.
Yeah. And then they come back and just destroy them 11-1.
Yeah.
So
We've been there. Not a
Yeah.
6-hour rain delay, but we've been hurt a couple of times by those. And I have gone ahead and looked at the weather forecast for Omaha for next week, and it looks really good. So hopefully that won't be an issue in Omaha, Nebraska for anybody next week. It had rained earlier in the day in Corvallis these first 2 days, but had stopped like early afternoon, which is great because the field looked like in great condition. Sun was out in blue sky last night when they started. So I think we'll be okay today to get in Game 3. But nevertheless, an exciting field for the College World Series, and certainly hope we're a part of it.
as I mentioned, you know, not to jump ahead at all, but the bracket right now, number 1 is set up, and that's how it's basically set up into 2 different brackets. You got a left side, Notre Dame is going to play Texas. Texas A&M is going to play Oklahoma. And then on the right side of the bracket, Arkansas will take on the winner of Stanford and UConn, and Ole Miss, as David said, will take on the winner of Auburn and Oregon State. This is kind of the way it's set up. There's always the idea that, well, maybe they ought to reseed them when they get to the Super Regional. Maybe they ought to reseed them when they get to the World Series. You like that idea, or do you like just look, let it play out?
No, let it play out. Upsets are upsets. Let it play out. It's interesting, and we didn't mention this. Well, I think you and I have before. Texas A&M just steals Schlossnagle from TCU. He wants to come over in the big time. First year.
Yeah, they were terrible last year.
Yeah.
Texas A&M, right?
Yeah, they weren't very good. And what a story. And of course, then they get to play Oklahoma right off the bat. That'd be a neighborhood rivalry.
Oklahoma an upset. I mean, they were not. They were unseeded.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 unseeded teams, 4 unseeded, 5 unseeded teams already in the World Series.
Rarely does the number 1 seed win it, Andy.
Yeah. Ain't gonna win it this year either. All right, we got to take a break, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Growing your business isn't just one thing. It's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Frontline Outfitters provides all your aftermarket parts for your cars, trucks, and as well as your professional tinting solutions for auto, residential, and commercial buildings. Frontline Outfitters also handles vinyl wraps, spray-in bed liners, truck accessories, LED lighting, paint correction and detailing, and much more. Make sure Frontline Outfitters of Alexander City is your first call for tinting and aftermarket solutions. Call us today, 256-409-8100.
The interstate is backed up this morning due to an accident.
So you don't like sitting still on the interstate? Get the free Algo traffic app. With Algo, you'll have the information you need to avoid problems on your route, to work, to home, to the beach. Traffic backups, wrecks, lane closures, all with current info and live traffic camera feeds. Know before you go with Algo Traffic, ALGO Traffic from the Alabama Department of Transportation. Get it today and arrive on time.
Lake Martin Garage, located on Highway 280 in Jackson's Gap, has been serving our area since 1993. From routine maintenance such as oil changes, tune-ups, and rotating and balancing your tires, to transmission and engine repair, our trained and certified mechanics will get you back on the road better than before. Need a tow? With a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week towing service, Lake Martin Garage has local and long-range pickup. Trust your vehicle needs to the professionals at Lake Martin Garage. Call 256-825-6139, or better yet, stop in and see them today. Lake Martin Garage.
Russell Building Supply and Home Center is just around the corner in a brand new, convenient location with a wide selection of grills, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. The new store offers more home improvement items along with other helpful conveniences like a drive-through lumber yard and our Best Rewards program, making it an ideal destination for do-it-yourselfers and professional contractors. Get ready for game day on the plains by stocking up on all your Auburn tailgating gear at Russell Building Supply and Home Center.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
For more than 40 years, Ingram Equipment Company has helped companies, towns, and cities with their dirtiest, most challenging jobs by providing the very best equipment and by helping them keep in tip-top working condition. IEC represents leading manufacturers such as Heil garbage truck bodies, Timco sweepers, Step pothole patchers, and many more. We proudly support all athletes and teams that compete across the state and wish them good luck this year. Ingram Equipment Company, ingramequipment.net.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. About 30 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. We are brought to you each and every day by Russell Do-It Center. They got 10 locations around Central Alabama for all your building supply, home decor, tools, whatever it might be. You go and check out Russell Do-It Center today. You'll be glad that you did. As we mentioned, Auburn, Oregon State tonight, 6:30. This is for a trip to Omaha to the College World Series. It could be Auburn's second trip in 3 years, 19, or I guess 3-4 years.
Well,
so
you don't count the one that got canceled.
Yeah, I mean, you can't count 20. So that really second and third in 3 years, that would be great.
Yeah.
And just tremendous. It's a tremendous place where Butch Thompson has gotten the Auburn program to, so it's a lot to be excited about. Hopefully, Auburn can get it done tonight and head there. And if we do, David will be there in person, hopefully. So
a live report from Omaha.
Yep. Now that being said, let's switch gears a little bit because we blink, and it'll be fall practice.
Right. One more thing, real quick, Andy, before we switch gears.
Yeah.
Okay. I have searched diligently. I'd like to know before we get off the air if anybody has seen any information out of Oregon State as to who they're starting tonight. I'd like to know. We'd like to know. So, okay.
I think it got to be Mason Barnett if it's on.
Oh, Mason for us, yeah. But for them, love to know who the guy is and kind of look up some stats. All right.
Good.
Switch gears.
Good point. Saturday Down South says one disturbing statistical trend for each team that must change in 2022. One statistical trend going in the wrong direction for each team in the SEC. Thought this was kind of an interesting thing. And, again, this is one of those things you always look back. You look at the stats for your team and say, okay, well, this is where we were good. This is where we were not so good. Can we improve on this? Can we, did we lose, a player here that's going to affect that? Yada, yada, yada. All right, number one, Georgia, 60.87 percentage of touchdowns scored in the red zone. Only good for 6th in the SEC. Kicking a lot of field goals if you're Georgia.
Yeah.
So, for me, I'm okay with that stat. But if you're a Georgia fan.
Kind of worked out for them.
Yeah, it didn't seem to bother them all that much. This one kind of surprised me a little bit. Alabama, 41. That is the statistic. That's sacks allowed, which is the second worst in the SEC. Bryce Young under duress for most of the year.
And let me say this, too, Andy, to add on top of that. Sacking Bryce Young is like tackling snot.
It's difficult.
Think about this. If he had been a Greg McElroy or a Mac Jones or somebody that wasn't very mobile, that would be a lot more sacks.
True.
So, that is alarming, though. I agree with you. That's interesting.
And when I think about Alabama, I think about snot. But Texas A&M, 56.2. That is the completion percentage for the Texas A&M quarterbacks. I say that.
I know why. I know where you're going.
Which was the second worst in the SEC.
Oh.
Now, I'm spitballing here, but I believe the guy that was at Texas A&M last year is now at Auburn.
I knew you were going there. Not good.
A lot of what we complained about with Bo Nix was completion percentage.
Yeah.
Texas A&M was worse.
Yeah.
Take that for what you will. But good luck to Texas A&M for improving that.
Right.
All right. Number 4, Kentucky.
Well, they did buy the number one recruiting.
Yeah,
I mean recruiting.
They did That's true. Right. Kentucky, 10 is the statistic. That would be fumbles lost, second worst in the SEC. Fumble fingers for Kentucky.
Yeah.
Lots of turnovers. Arkansas, 87. That is the statistic. That would be tackles for loss allowed, 12th in the SEC. He's playing on the wrong side of the line of scrimmage, the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Yep. Bad trend.
Is that going to improve? Well, is their offensive line going to improve? That's good. But one that they need to improve on for sure. LSU, 3.33. 3.33. That is an average yards per carry. 13th in the SEC. Terrible. You remember last year, all of a sudden, LSU could not run the ball against anybody to save their life, and then all of a sudden they run for like 300 yards against Florida.
Yeah.
Did that happen? Did I remember that right? It was just bizarre. But they were one of the worst running teams I'd ever seen in the SEC.
Which was one of the large nails in Dan Mullen's coffin, probably.
Probably.
Probably. But maybe Les Miles 2.0 can improve on that at LSU.
It'll be interesting to see. Tennessee, the statistic 42.13. 42.13. That is the opponent's third down conversion rate. Could not get the offense off the field if you're the Tennessee defense. 13th in the SEC. That is one of those statistics that Auburn has struggled with at times.
That's correct.
That one, though, if you're converting 42% of your third downs, you're doing pretty good. If you're a Tennessee defense, that's tough.
Yeah.
Ole Miss, 83. 83 is the statistic. Opponent rush plays of 10-plus yards. That's a lot.
830 yards.
That's at least 830 yards.
Yeah, at least.
That's not good. What do we always talk about? Chunk play.
Chunk. Yeah. Big chunks.
Ole Miss defense, we know how bad they were.
Yeah.
We know they struggled. All right, we got a few more of these. What's Auburn's? Now, come back and we will tell you right after these messages. Don't go anywhere. More to come right after this.
Lake Martin has a new car buying experience. It's the TR Group of Alex City on Cherokee Road. The TR Group has up to 100 late model vehicles to choose from and will not be beat on price, selection, or financing. With the TR Group, your selection and quality is easy and your good credit is rewarded. But we offer guaranteed financing on our inventory because your future is more important than your past. The TR Group, Lake Martin's new standard in auto sales. Located at 814 Cherokee Road, Alex City, USA.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
Whether you prefer bricks, clicks, or taps, there's one place built around all your needs. For whatever it is you want to do. Even if your needs change, we'll be right there with you, making it all possible. Because you never know when a new addition will come along. So walk in, log on, or tap away. Either way, Valley's built to help you do you. Wherever life takes you, we'll be right there with you.
Hey guys, this is Nate Paz with Airport Motors.
I'm Connor Branch with Fairway Auto Brokers in Opelika, Alabama.
And this is your first ever Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz.
That's right, Lake Martin. Airport Motors and Fairway Auto Brokers is teaming up for the very first Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz. Make sure to check out either website for the very best selection of pre-owned luxury trucks, SUVs, and sedans in East Alabama. Get pre-approved in minutes online and make sure to use the keyword Summer Blitz in the comments section for $500 off internet price. That's keyword Summer Blitz.
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Hey, this is Doug Roberts, long-term resident of Alexander City. I sold my house with Century 21 Lake Area Realty because all my life I had heard that to sell a house you need 3 things: location, location, location. I found out there's actually 4. You need location, 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 and Rhonda Gaskins at Century 21 Lake Area Realty to sell your house fast.
Call me today and let me go to work for you. 256-749-3644.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
Brubaker Motors in Montgomery is the largest and fastest growing used car dealership in the river region. You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker. It's better at Brubaker.com.
Brubaker, 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 Brubaker.
You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker.
BREWBAKER. BREWBAKER.com.
It's better at Brubaker.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. About 20 more minutes left in today's program. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. Talked a lot about, of course, Auburn and Oregon State. The first two games, Auburn takes the first one 7-5. They failed. They lose the second one 4-3 last night. They'll play again today, 6:30. So getting a little bit of a reprieve. We'll actually be able to get it in before midnight tonight, which is good.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, we'll see what happens. But Auburn, one game. You win one game, you're in Omaha for the second time in 3 cycles for college baseball season. That's wonderful. The job that Butch Thompson's doing is really, really good. So we're kind of switching gears a little bit. Saturday Down South got an interesting little article. One disturbing statistical trend for each SEC team that must change before 2022. Now, Georgia and Alabama, they have to change those, but, why does they have to change them? They both ended up in the national championship game, but I can understand the point, nonetheless.
That's why these are fun to look at, but
Take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
All right, so got up to Mississippi State, 86.5. That is the statistic. That would be the opponent's scoring percentage in the red zone.
Not good.
Now, look, this is kind of, to me, red zone percentage and scoring percentage is kind of one of those made-up statistics.
Yeah.
Because when you really think about it, and like, okay, so Mississippi State, when somebody gets in the Mississippi State red zone, they score 86.5% of the time. Okay, but what if they only scored one touchdown, but they kicked a field goal every other time?
Well, that's what I was going to say, Andy. You should distinguish red zone efficiency between field goals and touchdowns. Because how many SEC kickers couldn't kick a field goal inside the red zone?
A lot of Mississippi State's field goals were not good from inside the red zone.
That's right. There you go. Point taken.
Yeah.
But now, if it's 86.5% and it's touchdowns,
yeah, that's bad.
Now we got a problem.
Now, here's the other thing too. Let's say Mississippi State, was giving up 86.5%. They were scoring every time they got there, but they only allowed people to get in the red zone 10 times.
That's right.
And they scored 8 of them.
Yeah.
Well, Ole Miss over here let people get in the red zone 50 times, and gave up 30. Yeah. Their percentage is better.
Yeah.
But is that really what you want? So I mean,
up more points. Yeah.
That's just one of those.
It
drives me crazy.
Yeah.
All right, South Carolina, 24. Turnovers lost, David. That's worse than the SEC.
Too bad they couldn't turn it over a couple more times against us.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Because I was sitting there
many
live
times
watching
as they turned it over. Auburn could not capitalize on that. Your Auburn Tigers, who you traveled all the way to South Carolina to watch that garbage.
I did.
As Auburn fell to the Gamecocks.
I did.
24. Spencer Rattler was prone to throw interceptions at Oklahoma, was he not?
See what happens when he changes to a little darker shade of red here.
Should be interesting. Yeah. How about Florida? The Florida Gators, 18. 18 is the number. Interceptions thrown, tied for worst in the, not SEC, the nation.
Wow.
It's a lot of picks.
Yep.
18 of them. Now, granted, they threw 2 or 3 quarterbacks out there too.
Yeah.
But 24 turnovers total for South Carolina. 18 interceptions alone for Florida.
Yep.
If they combine Florida and Kentucky fumbling the ball, and Florida picking, they'd be almost unstoppable. An almost unstoppable team of turning the ball over.
That's right.
All right, your Auburn Tigers, David. What is the one statistic that absolutely needs to change for the Auburn Tigers? 12 is the number. 12. That's turnovers gained.
Back to my South Carolina game point.
Tied for the worst in the SEC.
Yeah.
Auburn cannot. They are doing a terrible job of generating turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now, part of that, why are some teams better at turning people over than others? A lot of it has to do with secondary, clear, because
Yeah.
but some of it, there's a weird kind of, that the numbers just don't always, or the ball just doesn't always bounce your way.
No.
Like a team will fumble, and it just seems like, the ball always bounces right back up to the player. It's something like, Auburn has gone through stretches where they've just, it's just been almost impossible to recover a fumble.
Right.
And then there'll be other teams that, they recover 20 in a year, and you're like, how does that even happen? But
it's a funny ball.
You got to generate turnovers.
Yeah.
Strip the ball.
Yeah.
Helmet on the football, whatever it takes. Yeah. But doing a poor job of that so far last year.
Yep, that was
that'll help.
Yeah.
If you can turn the team over, for sure. All right, Missouri, a couple more of these, 32. That's rushing touchdowns given up. Oof. That's worse than the SEC.
Yeah.
So like a sieve at the goal line, giving up rushing touchdowns, Missouri. Not good.
No.
And Vanderbilt, finally, 9. 9 total. That is sacks. And I'm assuming that is not being sacked, but sacking the opponent's quarterback.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's worse than the SEC, tied for worst in the nation. Shocking that Vandy would be tied for the worst in the nation in some sort of statistic.
They must have run that rush 3, drop 8 defense that we saw at Auburn this year a good bit of the time.
It could be. They did not get after the opponent's quarterback, and it would appear they probably didn't get a lot of pressure on him either.
No. Yeah.
So 9 sacks. Got to improve on that if you're Vandy.
Yeah.
And Clark Lee. That's job number 1. More sacks.
More pressure.
More pressure. All right, there you go. That is your one statistic that must change. Auburn, more turnovers. That seems to
create some more turnovers.
That'll go a long way in helping for sure. Don't go anywhere. We got one final segment of the Auburn Blitz right after these messages.
Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Russell Do-It Center and building supply stores have the tools and materials to get the job done right, whether you're a professional contractor or just a weekend do-it-yourselfer. With everyday customer conveniences like a drive-through lumberyard, price match promise, and our Best Rewards program, each of our 9 locations offer top brands and building materials like lumber, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. Visit today and see what Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply can help you build tomorrow.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Don't
Don't be caught in a dirty vehicle. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have your vehicle or boat looking like brand new in no time, and you'll be back driving in style. They specialize in detailing, paint correction, gel coat restoration, and ceramic coating. Take it to the professionals at Lake Martin Mobile Detailing. Call them today at 256-794-2328 or stop by and see them at 702 McCarty Road in Dadeville. Mention this ad and receive $10 off. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing for your cleanest vehicles around.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Need that boost to get you started in the morning or help get you through a long day at the office? Alex City Nutrition is your answer. Alex City Nutrition, located on 2nd Broad Street in downtown Alex City, offers meal replacement shakes, post-workout shakes, extreme rebuild products, and a vast array of loaded teas that offer focus, energy, and build up your immunity and overall health. Want to buy in bulk? We now offer your favorite flavors by the gallon. Come by Alex City Nutrition today or call 256-496-8284 to begin your journey to great health.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Growing your business isn't just one thing, it's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done, day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David taking you up to 1 o'clock here on the show today. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. We are brought to you each and every day by Big Fish Real Estate. For all your real estate needs here in the Lake Martin area as well as down there on the coast, give them a call today, 551-BIG-FISH, or look them up, bigfishlakemartin.com. Bigfishlakemartin.com. Is the grand opening already?
Yesterday, Andy, for Haley and Chad McKelvey, Big Fish.
Yeah.
Over on High Point Drive, which is off of Young's Ferry. It's 2 miles from my house, but a little bit different neighborhood as far as the price of the home.
Really?
It's just $2.1 million.
Oh, wow.
But I mean, the view even has some of the little, Lake Martin's got all these little islands. There was like 2 of those right out the back deck. I played on the back deck.
Does that come with the house?
The view does.
The island? Oh.
I told a couple of people, I said, the Jazz could come with the house as well. It's expensive, but we can negotiate. But great day. They had a lot of visitors, several people very interested. And I told them, I said, this house won't stay on the market very long. It just won't. But great day with Chad and Haley McKelvey and Big Fish. Good folks, for sure.
Very good. It is June the 13th, David. Hard to believe, but we're
feeling it too.
We're halfway through the year almost.
We're feeling that heat, aren't we?
Yes, we are, and it's going to get a little warmer this week. So enjoy. 1939 on this day, the Baseball Hall of Fame is dedicated in Cooperstown, New York. Ever been to Cooperstown?
Twice. My son played in a travel ball tournament in Cooperstown when he was 11 and 12. And as part of the tournament there at the Little League Park of Dreams, you got a free tour through the If you're a baseball nut, put that on your bucket list.
Yeah.
It's absolutely. And then they've got the old replica field out behind the Hall of Fame. Just a wonderful, wonderful thing. Yeah.
On this day, 1991, the Bulls defeated the Lakers. Game 5 to win the NBA championship. Michael Jordan and the Bulls, their first of 3 straight. And then Mike would hang it up for a year and a half.
Yeah.
Then he'd come back and win 3 more. 1997, on this day, kind of momentous occasion in Major League Baseball. The first ever baseball regular season interleague game. The San Francisco Giants defeated the Texas Rangers 4-3.
I was going to say, did we have the Texas Rangers in 97? I didn't realize that.
Sure did.
How about that?
So there you go. The first interleague game. People take it for granted now. I mean, it's just like a normal part of the schedule. But back then, the only time you ever saw American and National League was in the World Series.
That's right.
Happy birthday today, Lois Weber, born on this day, 1879. The distinction of being the first woman ever to be the director of a feature film.
How about that?
The Merchant of Venice. Basil Rathbone, you remember that?
Got me on that
Sherlock Holmes.
Okay.
The original Sherlock Holmes.
Okay.
Paavo Nurmi won 9 gold medals as a middle and long distance runner.
Huh.
I think he was Finnish.
Think he was what?
Finnish.
From
Finnish. Finland. He literally from Finland. Okay.
He finished.
Yeah. Red Grange, born on this day.
The Ghost.
The Galloping Ghost, 1903. Don Budge, he was a tennis player, won several Grand Slams. Ben Johnson. You ever seen The Last Picture Show?
Been a while.
Sam the Lion?
No.
No. He was a cowboy, too.
Okay.
You'd seen him in movies here or there. How about Paul Lynde?
Paul Lynde.
Hollywood Squares.
Yep.
Is Bewitched. He was.
Yep. Hilarious.
Funny guy. Yeah. John. Well. Yeah. John Nash. I'll leave that joke where
Yeah.
it is.
Thanks.
Mathematician. He was the one, A Beautiful Mind. Russell Crowe
yes,
movie.
yes.
That's who he was based on. John Nash.
Wonderful movie.
Malcolm McDowell, actor. Mike Weaver, heavyweight champion. 1951. Richard Thomas. Good night, John Boy.
I thought so.
The Waltons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tim Allen, Tool Man.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Have you seen, what's the new show that he's on?
I don't know.
Last Man Standing.
Is that still on?
Oh, yes. It's on. I mean, it's probably,
syndication.
Yeah. But every night it's on one of the channels. He's hilarious.
He's a funny guy.
Yeah.
Hannah Storm. Hannah Storm.
Yeah.
What would you call her? Sports anchor?
Is it? Yeah.
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 Okay. Ally Sheedy. She was in The Breakfast Club. As well as Short Circuit. One of those 80s movies.
Okay.
Johnny Five, the robot.
Oh, yeah.
No?
That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rivers Cuomo. This is for all you rock and roll fans out there. Weezer, lead singer of Weezer.
Weezer, yes.
Yeah. Buddy Holly.
I think I have their whole collection.
For all you Weezer fans out there, Rivers. Ethan Embry, he played Rusty in Vegas Vacation.
Oh, okay.
Also, one of my favorites, Can't Hardly Wait.
No. Got
It's
me on that one.
late 90s movie, very, very funny. Jennifer Love Hewitt in that one, too. It helped. Chris Evans, he's Captain America.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen. Born on this day, 1986. Can you believe that?
Yeah, my brother puts birthdays on his Facebook. He had their picture back when they were on, what was the name of the show?
Full House.
Full House, that's it. Yeah, I said, geez, I'm getting old.
Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen, happy birthday.
Yep.
Rivers Cuomo, for all you Weezer fans.
Got them on replay in my Jeep.
I know you do. He's David. I'm Andy. So long for now, everybody. We'll talk again soon.